My wife announced, "I'm renovating your man cave into my yoga studio. You don't use it anyway." I said, "Great idea, I'll help." Then I helped myself to the master bedroom, which I converted into my new office with the locksmith's help. She came home from yoga class to find her clothes in the garage. Original post: I, 48 male, have been married to Bethany, 44, for 16 years. We've got 2 kids, Aiden, 14, and Mia, 12. Pretty standard suburban life, or so I thought, until last Monday when my wife decided to unilaterally redecorate our marriage along with my basement. For context, 3 years ago, I converted our unfinished basement into what I call my sanctuary. Nothing crazy: a 65-inch TV, my dad's old leather recliner he left me when he passed, a mini fridge, dartboard, and my prized possession, a restored 1978 pinball machine I bought with my first bonus 15 years ago. It's where I decompress after 12-hour days managing IT infrastructure for a healthcare company. Maybe I use it 3 nights a week for a couple hours. Not daily, but it's mine. Bethany's been on this wellness journey for about 18 months. Started with yoga classes, then meditation retreats. Now she's training to be an instructor. Cool, good for her. I've been supportive, covered her $3,000 certification program, bought her a Peloton, even built her a meditation corner in our bedroom. But apparently that wasn't enough. Last Monday I came home to find her in my basement with her friend Kendra, literally measuring the walls. What's going on? Oh, perfect timing. So Kendra and I figured out this space would be perfect for my yoga studio. Your what? My home studio. I can teach private classes, maybe small groups. The energy down here is amazing. This is my man cave. Brett, you're down here maybe once a month. It's wasted space. I was here Saturday watching the game. That was 3 weeks ago. Anyway, I already called contractors. They can start Thursday. The entitlement, the assumption, the dismissal of my space like it was some abandoned storage unit. It'll increase your home value too. Did you discuss this with me? At all? I'm discussing it now. Don't be selfish. This is for my career. What career? You haven't even finished certification. Bethany, wow. Way to be supportive. This is happening, Brett. You can either help or get out of the way. She actually said that. Get out of the way. In my own house, about my own space. I looked at both of them, smiled, and said, "You know what? You're right. Great idea. I'll help." Bethany beamed. "Really? Oh, honey, I knew you'd come around." "Absolutely. Let's do this transformation thing." She kissed my cheek and went back to measuring with Kendra, talking about mirrors and bamboo flooring. I went upstairs, grabbed a beer, and started planning. See, Bethany forgot something important. The house, it's in my name only. Inherited from my grandmother before we married. Never added her name because my lawyer advised keeping inherited property separate. She also forgot that after 16 years, I know exactly how to play this game. Update 1. 4 days later, Thursday came. The contractors showed up at 8 a.m. Bethany was bouncing around like a kid on Christmas, directing them on what to tear out first. My recliner was already in the garage. My pinball machine, shoved in the corner under a tarp. This is so exciting, babe. I know, and thank you for being so understanding. Kendra said most husbands would throw a fit. Well, transformation is good for a marriage, right? Exactly. What Bethany didn't know was that I'd taken Thursday and Friday off work. While she was downstairs with the contractors, I made my own calls. First call, Tom, a locksmith I've known since high school. Need an interior lock replacement, today if possible. Everything okay? Just some reorganizing. Need a good lock on the master bedroom door. Be there by noon. Second call, moving company. Need a bedroom set moved from master to guest room today. Cash payment. Third call, office furniture delivery. That executive desk set I ordered, need it delivered tomorrow morning. By noon, Tom was installing a grade 1 commercial deadbolt on our master bedroom door. The kind you'd find on an office, key entry only, no picking this baby. Bethany was so absorbed with her contractors, she didn't even notice Tom's van in the driveway. By 2 p.m., the movers had relocated everything from our master bedroom to the guest room. All her clothes, jewelry, makeup, everything. Took them 4 hours to move it all properly. She has a lot of stuff. By 6 p.m., when Bethany went to her evening yoga class she never misses Thursday night, I had completely transformed our master bedroom. The California king bed sold on Facebook Marketplace for cash, picked up within an hour. New furniture? On its way. Friday morning, while Bethany was at her morning flow class, my office furniture arrived. Executive desk, ergonomic chair, filing cabinets, dual monitor setup, even a small conference table. The master bedroom was now officially my new office, with its own bathroom and walk-in closet for my files. The coup de grace? I mounted my 50-inch spare monitor on the wall where our wedding photo used to hang. Friday afternoon, she came home from teaching her first practice class at the studio where she trains. Still in her yoga pants, mat under her arm, glowing with endorphins. Bethany, honey, you should see the basement. The mirrors are up and... She stopped mid-sentence at our bedroom door, tried the handle, locked. Bethany, Brett, why is our door locked? I opened it from inside, standing in my new office. Mio, hey, welcome to my new office. What do you think? Her face went from confused to shocked to furious in about 3 seconds. What the hell is this? Transformation, you inspired me. You're right, we should use our spaces better. Where's our bed? Where's my stuff? Guest room. All safe. I was super careful with everything. Are you insane? This is our bedroom. Was. Now it's my office. You got the basement, I got this. Fair trade. Fair? You can't do this. Why not? You did. Unilaterally decided my space was yours. So I decided our space is mine. That's different. How? The basement was barely used, and the bedroom was only used for sleeping. Waste of a good room with natural light and a private bathroom. Much better as an office. She stood there, mouth opening and closing like a fish. Then she tried to push past me into the room. I blocked her. Me, this is my office now. Knock first, please. Bethany, I'm calling a lawyer. Cool. I already did. Wednesday. He says since it's my house, I can designate rooms however I want. You're not locked out of the home, just this one room. Totally legal. That was true. I'd called my attorney cousin who specializes in property law. As long as she has access to the rest of the house, I can lock individual rooms. She stormed off to the guest room. Slammed the door so hard a picture fell off the wall. Update 2. The weekend, Saturday morning, was tense. Bethany came downstairs looking rough. The guest bed is a full size, not a king. She's used to sprawling out. Bethany, this is ridiculous. I'm your wife. Me, and I'm your husband whose space you commandeered without discussion. I discussed it. You announced it. There's a difference. She made breakfast angrily. Lots of cabinet slamming. The kids noticed. Why is mom mad? We're reorganizing the house. Why is there a lock on your door? It's my office now. Important work stuff. Your father is being petty. Your mother is teaching yoga in my former sanctuary. The kids exchanged looks and went back to their phones. They're smart enough to stay out of it. Around noon, Bethany tried a different approach. Came to my office door. Yes, she knocked, in workout clothes that were a bit more revealing than usual. Bethany, Brett, honey, can we talk? I think we both overreacted. On Saturday? Yeah, catching up on stuff, you know? Since I'll be working from home more often now, this office setup is perfect for it. This is crazy. Where are we supposed to, you know? The guest room has a bed. It's tiny. The basement has all that open floor space now. Very zen. She went from flirty to furious again. You're seriously gonna keep this up? You seriously keeping the basement? That's for my career, and this is for mine. I've been asking to work from home more. Now I have the perfect setup. What I didn't tell her was that my boss had approved 3 days of remote work per week, starting Monday. I'd been planning to ask for months, but never had a proper home office. Now I did. Sunday was when she brought in reinforcements. Her sister Elena came over, then her mom Diane. They had a whole intervention in the living room. Elena, Brett, you're being childish. How's that basement yoga studio coming along? A man shouldn't lock his wife out of their bedroom. A wife shouldn't steal her husband's personal space. She's trying to build something. So am I. Work-life balance. This is abusive. Is it? She has full access to the house, all her belongings, the kids, bank accounts. I just have an office with a lock, like millions of people who work from home. They tried for 2 hours. Guilt trips, threats, tears from Diane, obviously fake. I just kept working on my computer, occasionally responding with an interesting point. Finally, Bethany exploded. What do you want? Me, I wanted to keep my man cave. That ship sailed. Now I want my office. Bethany, fine. You can have the basement back. Nope. You already paid contractors. Mirrors are installed. Would be wasteful to change it back now. Then what? Nothing. You got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. Everyone wins. You're destroying your marriage over a room. Me, no, I'm establishing boundaries. Something I should have done years ago. That night, Bethany slept on the couch. Said the guest bed hurt her back. Update 3. The escalation Monday rolled around. I started my first official work-from-home day in my new office. The setup was perfect. Quiet, professional, private bathroom for breaks. I was actually more productive than I'd been in months. Around 10 a.m., heard noise from the basement. Went to check. Bethany had 3 contractors down there. Me, what's happening now? Bethany, adding the sound system and heating. Can't have students getting cold. Students? I've got my first class tomorrow, posted in the neighborhood Facebook group. 6 people signed up already. You're running a business out of our house? It's just a few classes. Did you check zoning laws, insurance, get a business license? Bethany, don't try to sabotage this. Me, just asking logical questions. Went back to my office and made a call. City zoning department. Turns out, running a commercial yoga studio in a residential zone requires permits, and insurance, and a business license, and passing a home business inspection. I didn't report her, yet. Just gathered information. Tuesday, her first class happened. 6 suburban moms showed up at 9 a.m. They were there until 11, and it wasn't just yoga. They were loud, laughing, talking. Someone brought wine for after. At 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. I was on a client call when the music started. Bass thumping through the floor. Client, is everything okay there? Me, just some construction nearby. Let me close the window. After the call, I went downstairs. 7 women. Class grew by 1, doing wine and wind down in my former man cave. Hey folks, I'm working upstairs. Could you keep it down? This is my studio space. Random woman, is this the unsupportive husband? They all looked at me with judgment. Bethany had been talking about me just asking for reasonable volume during work hours. Another woman, must be nice working from home while your wife follows her dreams. I smiled, took a photo of the wine bottles, and left. That evening, Bethany was riding high. Bethany, I made $140. First day. Me, before or after expenses? What expenses? Electricity, heating, wear and tear, insurance. You're jealous that I'm succeeding. Did you declare that income? File the quarterly self-employment tax? Oh my God, it's $140. Today. What about when it's more? The IRS doesn't care about the amount, just that you report it. She accused me of trying to rain on her parade and stomped off to the guest room. Wednesday was when things got interesting. I got a call from our homeowner's insurance company. Agent, Mr. Morrison, we received a concerning social media report. Is your wife running a commercial fitness studio from your residence? Me, she's conducting yoga classes. Commercial classes? With paying customers? I believe so. That voids your homeowner's policy unless you have a commercial rider. You need to cease operations immediately or get proper coverage. How much is commercial coverage? For a fitness studio with liability for injuries? Roughly $400 to $500 per month additional. Me, I'll handle it. Thank you. I didn't tell Bethany about the call. Instead, I emailed her the information about insurance requirements, zoning permits, and business licenses. Subject line, FYI, legal requirements for home business. She texted back, stop trying to control me. Thursday morning, I was in my office when I heard Bethany on the phone. Bethany, yes, I need to add someone to the house deed. Brett Morrison. No, I'm his wife. What do you mean I'm not on it? How is that possible? She burst into my office without knocking. Bethany, I'm not on the house deed? Never have been. It's inherited property. We're married. And you knew this house was my grandmother's. I thought after we married it became ours. Only if I actively added you, which my lawyer advised against. You've been planning this. Planning what? I've owned this house for 20 years. You've known for 16. Bethany, I want you out of that room now. Me, no. She actually tried to physically push me. I just stood there like a wall. She gave up and called someone. Bethany. Tanya, it's Beth. I need a lawyer. The best divorce attorney you know. She made sure I heard that. I shrugged and went back to work. Update 4. The counter-strike. Friday was quiet. Too quiet. Bethany had disappeared early, presumably to see this lawyer. I used the piece to get actual work done. Around 2 p.m., the doorbell rang. Process server. Brett Morrison, you've been served. Divorce papers. She'd actually done it. I read through them over coffee. She wanted the house. Good luck with that. Alimony. She hasn't worked full-time in 10 years. Child support. Standard. Half my 401k. Fair enough. Her yoga studio to remain intact. I called my lawyer. My real one, not my cousin. Lawyer, she filed already? That was fast. She's motivated. Let me review these. Oh, this is interesting. She's claiming emotional abuse and financial control. Because I locked one room? And because the house isn't in both names, she's painting a picture. But I see problems with her filing. Such as? She's running an unlicensed business from the home. That's actually illegal. And if she's not reporting income, that's tax evasion. I have photos. Send them. All of them. Saturday, Bethany came home with a U-Haul. Started loading her yoga equipment. Moving out. Moving to my studio. My commercial studio. Kendra's letting me use her space. Good luck with that. I don't need luck. I need distance from you. She took the kids to her mother's. Told them Dad needs space to think about his behavior. Mia looked confused. Aiden just rolled his eyes. He's old enough to see through it. Sunday, I did something petty. Maybe too petty, but I was done being the only adult. I restored my man cave, moved everything back from the garage, my recliner, my pinball machine, even rehung my neon beer sign. Posted a photo on Instagram, home office by day, man cave by night, living my best life. Within an hour, Bethany was texting from her mom's. That's my studio. Thought you moved to Kendra's? I'm coming back for my mirrors. They're attached to the walls. That makes them fixtures, legally part of the house. You bastard. Your contractor should have discussed that before installing. Monday morning, got a call from Diane. Brett. What will it take? Me. For what? To stop this insanity. Beth's devastated. She filed for divorce. That was her choice. Because you locked her out of her own bedroom. Me. Because she stole my space without asking. Just move back to the basement. Me, no. I like my office. She's staying with me indefinitely then. Okay. You don't care? She made her choice. I made mine. I'll make sure she gets everything in the divorce. Ma'am, she has no job, no income history for 10 years and was running an illegal business. Good luck. Tuesday, my lawyer called with news. Her attorney reached out. They want to negotiate. Already? Apparently, Kendra's backing out of the studio share. And your wife just learned about community property versus inherited property laws in our state. Which means? The house was inherited, never commingled funds. It's yours entirely. She gets nothing from it. Ouch. Also, the IRS might be interested in her unreported income, just saying. Let's not go there unless necessary. Your call, but it's leverage. Final update. 3 weeks later. The negotiation was almost sad. Bethany's lawyer clearly told her she had no claim on the house. Her emotional abuse claims fell apart when my lawyer presented evidence of her unauthorized renovation and me simply reciprocating. We met at her lawyer's office. She looked tired. The guest room at her mom's was apparently even worse than ours. Her lawyer, my client, is willing to drop the divorce if Mr. Morrison agrees to restore the bedroom. My lawyer, Mr. Morrison's position remains unchanged. Brett, please, this is insane. Is it? You took my space without asking. I took ours without asking. Perfectly balanced. It's not the same. Why? Because you're the wife? Because your needs matter more? Her lawyer, perhaps we could arrange a rental agreement for the basement studio? I'm using it. You're just being spiteful. I'm working from home 3 days a week. The office is essential. The basement is my after-work decompression space. Both serve important functions. What about us? Our marriage? What about it? You made a unilateral decision that said my needs don't matter. I responded in kind. Her lawyer whispered something to her. Fine, what do you want? Nothing. Status quo works for me. That's not a marriage. Neither is steamrolling your partner. We went back and forth for 2 hours. Finally, her lawyer suggested something interesting. Her lawyer: what if we draw up a postnuptial agreement? Clear boundaries, defined spaces, mutual respect clauses? My lawyer: that could work. It took another week of negotiation, but we finally agreed. The master bedroom remains my office during work hours, 8 to 6 weekdays. It converts back to shared bedroom evenings, weekends. The basement is shared space, scheduled time slots. Any future renovations require written agreement from both parties. Bethany gets licensed and insured for any home business ventures. We attend couples counseling. The document was 20 pages long, basically a business contract for our marriage. Depressing? Yes. Necessary? Absolutely. Bethany moved back in last Tuesday. First night was awkward. The bedroom lock was removed, but I installed one on my office closet for sensitive work documents. She didn't comment. Wednesday was our first counseling session. The therapist's face when we explained the situation was priceless. So you each claimed territory in response to boundary violations? Me: she took my cave, I took the bedroom. Bethany: he completely overreacted. Did you ask before renovating his space? I told him. That's not asking. We've got a long road ahead. Maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't. But at least now there are boundaries. Legal, enforceable boundaries. The basement is actually nice as a shared space. She does yoga in the mornings, I use it evenings. The mirrors are great for checking my form when I installed a weight bench. Her students, they meet at the community center now. Proper insurance, proper zoning. My office setup is permanent though. Best decision I ever made. Productivity through the roof, and having a door I can close and lock is priceless. Last night, Bethany actually knocked before entering the bedroom at 9 p.m. Bethany: can I come in? Office hours are over. It's our bedroom after 6. You don't need to knock. Just being respectful of boundaries. It was sarcastic, but also, progress? The kids think we're weird now. Aiden asked if we're getting divorced. No, we're just being very clear about personal space. Is this because Mom stole your man cave? How did you? Dad, I'm not stupid. The basement was your spot. Now you're never down there during games. Kids notice everything. The funniest part? Kendra won't talk to Bethany anymore. Apparently, she blamed her for encouraging the studio idea and ruining her marriage. Elena thinks I'm a monster. Diane still glares at me during family dinners. But you know what? I have my space, my boundaries, my self-respect. And every time I sit in my office, in what used to be our bedroom, I remember that standing up for yourself isn't petty, it's necessary. Even if it means your wife's clothes lived in the garage for 3 weeks. Worth it.